Hi everyone, welcome to our video presentation for ECS 418. We are group members as you can see us. First of all, we will be talking about the progressivism theory. This is our topic of presentation. I am Mr. Kato and I will be talking about the application of the progressivism theory in SPC in Papua New Guinea.
I am Joyce Kewa. I will be introducing our topic, which is about progressivism theory in Papua New Guinea.
I am Shaggy Katke. I will be talking about analysis of progressivism theory.
I'm Natalie Kawadi, and I'll be talking about the qualification of the progressivism in Papua New Guinea.
Thank you and let's dive in.
Our topic for the presentation is about progressivism theory. Okay, what is progressivism theory? Progressivism theory is an educational philosophy and curriculum theory that emphasizes learning by doing, prioritizing the student's interests, needs, and experiences over a strict textbook driven curriculum. According to an article by Martin and Loomis 2007, it states that this philosophy or curriculum focuses on personal experiences, children's interests, and their needs. Progressivism theory focuses on real-world problem-solving activities. Consequently, the progressivism is focused on providing students with real-world experiences that are meaningful and relevant to them rather than subject matter content. Okay, who developed the theory? In the first 20th century, someone by the name of John Dewey developed this theory. He is often referred to as the father of progressivism education, and he believed that all aspects of study, that is, arithmetic, history, and geography, need to be linked to materials based on students' everyday life experiences. This theory advocates for active learning and critical thinking, problem solving, and the development of the child, whole child, intellectual, emotional, and social to prepare them for changing democratic society. Progressivism is chosen as the fundamental theory for the Papua New Guinea standard-based curriculum because it aligns with the 21st century shift towards student-centered, inquiry-based, and practical learning rooted in questions developed by the learner, fostering critical thinking, problem solving, and accountability to real world scenarios, which are the key pillars of the SBC. My other two colleagues will elaborate more about it.
Alright, I will be talking about the first part of the progressivism theory, which is analysis of the theory. That is the fundamental assumption how progressivism involves curriculum design, its implementation, strengths, weaknesses, and examples of progressivism in the classroom that connects to standard-based education in Papua New Guinea. Progressivism theory informs active learning. It is child-centered, experience-based, and considers students' abilities and interests. It has now replaced the traditional education system, which is more teacher-centered. Nondembo 2003 Progressivism, the Blackwell Guide to the Philosophy of Education, talks about the key principles of progressivism theory. The six key principles of progressivism theory are: learn by doing, education is life, not preparation, school as social institutions, child centered curriculum, teacher as facilitator, and integrated curriculum. Now we will look at how progressivism theory informs curriculum design. Fauzen 2026 Progressivism in Education, Philosophical Foundations and its Relevance to 21st Century Skills Development states how it informs curriculum design. It is child-centered approach, which are integrated and thematic units, flexible and experimental. It is relevant to real life and focused on development of the whole child. Upon that, I'll talk about implementation of progressivism theory in the classroom. Progressivism theory transforms the classroom from a teacher centered model to a democratic, interactive environment. Implementations are teacher as facilitator, collaborative learning, democratic environment, and varied resources. Okay, now the strengths and weaknesses of progressivism theory. Spring 1970 Education and Progressivism History of Education. Hotali talks about the strengths and weaknesses of progressivism theory. The strengths are high engagement, deep learning, social and emotional growth, while the weaknesses are lack of structure and rigor, potential for knowledge gap, achievement gap, and resource intensive. Finally, here are some examples of how the theory connects to classroom practices within the standard-based education in Papua New Guinea. In the body of our SBC lesson, it has three parts. Firstly is modeling. The teacher explains. Second part is guided practice. The teacher guides the students through how to go about doing it. And the third part is independent practice. The students are left alone to do the activity on their own. Local examples of students-led learning are 1. Enga Community Project. Creighton students investigate soil erosion, interview elders, and present findings to local council. Second, Manus Marine Conservation. Third is grade 9 students snorkel, monitor reef health, and create awareness poster. Number 4 and the last one is East New Britain Cultural Creativity. Grade 11 students design a multimedia exhibition on Tumbuan symbolism through poetry and interviews.
All right, this is the second segment of the presentation, which is all about the application of the theory to a standard-based curriculum in Papua New Guinea. Today, I will be talking about the progressivism theory and how it relates to the standard-based curriculum, or SBC, in Papua New Guinea. I will explain its philosophy, structure, and the delivery. That's all why it is relevant and changing PNG. And finally, I will discuss its strengths, limitations, and practical implications. First of all, progressivism influenced the philosophy of a standard-based curriculum, or SBC, by placing the learners at the centers of education. It says that students learn best when they are active, interested, and able to connect learning to real lives. This matters PNG's education reform because SBC wants learners to gain useful knowledge, skills, and values they can use in schools, in the community, and at work. Progressivism theory also supports problem solving and careful thinking, not only memorizing facts. Second is progressivism influences the structure of SBC. The curriculum is arranged around learning outcomes, skills, and competencies, and not only subject content. This means students do more practical work, group work, discussion, and other activities that help them understand and apply what they learn. Therefore, the structure is flexible and learner-centered, and the teacher can use a local community context to make lessons more meaningful. Third is progressivism influenced the delivery of SBC by changing the role of the teacher. The teacher is not only someone who gives information, but also a guide or a facilitator who helps students learn through activity and experience. So in a progressive classroom, students ask questions, do experiment, work in groups, and solve problems. For example, in science or agriculture, students can observe plants, they can test ideas and discuss what they find. So this kind of teaching helps students apply knowledge in real situations. So that is all about standard-based curriculum. Progressivism is very relevant in PNG because the country needs education that is practical, useful, and connected to daily lives. Many students live in rural areas and face real community problems. Therefore, progressivism helps them learn through examples from their own environment, which makes them learning easier to understand and more meaningful. It also supports the aim of education reform, which is to prepare learners to life, works, and community service, not only for exams. At the same time, progressivism is challenging in PNG. Some schools have large classes, few resources, and limited teaching materials. This problem makes group work, experiments, and practical learning difficult. So, some teachers will still prefer old teaching-centered methods because they are familiar and easier to manage in crowded classrooms. Also, progressivism needs trained teachers who know how to guide learners well, and this is not always available in every school. One strength of the progressivism theory is that it makes learning active and meaningful. Students do not just listen passively, they take part in lessons, solve problems, and learn from experience. This helps them build thinking skills, communication, teamwork, and confidence. Another strength is that it supports learners' thinking skills, uh, centered education, which fits the goal of SBC very well. So it also allows teachers to connect learning with local cultures and real community life, making education more relevant. However, progressivism also has limitations. What are some of the limitations that progressivism theory has? It may not work well if schools do not have enough resources, space, or time for practical activities. It can also be difficult for teachers who have not been trained properly in learner centered methods. Another limitation is that some learning goals are still tested through written exams, which may not fully know or show the skills students gain through practical work. So even though the theory is strong, it needs proper support to work well in PNG classroom. For teachers, progressivism means using more group work, discussion, projects, and real-life examples. Teachers must act as a guide and help students learn by doing. For learners, it means more participation, more confidence, and better understanding of lessons. For policymakers, it means supporting teachers' training, giving schools better resources, and making curriculum policies that allow active learning to happen. If these things are done well, then progressivism can help improve the quality of education in PNG and support the success of SBC in Papua New Guinea.
Conclusion: progressivism has a strong influence on standard based education in Papua New Guinea because it shifts learning from teacher centered to child centered. The key idea is by doing. So the students become active in solving problems, working in groups, and connecting lessons in real life. That matches SBC's focus on outcomes, skills, and abilities students actually use. Okay, progressivism also changes the classroom, in which teachers become organizers or facilitators who guide projects and discussions, not just delivering facts. For example, students in Enga study soil erosion with elders, or students in Manus monitor reef health. So learning outcome becomes meaningful because it links to community life. But there are some challenges in which progressivism methods need small classes, resources, and trained teachers. Because many PNG schools have large classes and limited materials, which makes full implementation hard. Without structure, some students can miss basic skills. So, the main idea is very clear that progressivism gives SBC a strong base for active, practical learning that fits Papua New Guinea's needs. It strengthens a better engagement and life skills, and also its limit is that it needs proper support like training, resources, and policy. With that, progressivism can help SBC succeed in preparing students not just for exams but for life in Papua New
Thank you
Guinea.
for watching, and that is the end of our presentation. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.